Let's talk about one of the biggest mistakes in Star Wars history. And no, I'm not talking about Jar Jar Binks. I'm talking about the moment in Revenge of the Sith when the Jedi Council made a short-sighted, arrogant, and ultimately catastrophic decision to deny Anakin Skywalker the rank of Jedi Master. Now let me be clear. This isn't just a snub, it was betrayal. One that exposed a very rot at the heart of the Jedi Order and arguably pushed Anakin one step closer to becoming Darth Vader. And here's the kicker. By the time Revenge of the Sith, Anakin Skywalker was only 21 years old. 21! Think about that for a second. By the age most people are still figuring out who they are, Anakin had survived slavery, fought over 100 if not thousands of battles, and was already one of the most powerful Force users in the galaxy had ever seen, and they still wouldn't trust him. Now let's back up. At the beginning of the Clone Wars, Anakin is around 19 years old, which means in just 3 years, he goes from becoming an impulsive, traumatized former slave to becoming a Padawan into a full-grown Jedi Knight of the Republic, leading legions of clone troopers into battle. And not just leading them, winning. From Christophsis to Umbria, Anakin proves again and again that he is a tactical genius, a battlefield leader who earns the respect and loyalty, if not just his troops, but his fellow Jedi as well. Now, he doesn't just fight from the rear. No, he believes in leading by example, which means he's out there on the front lines, lightsaber ignited, and taking risks that would terrify other Jedi. And unlike most generals in war, Anakin consistently protects the lives of his soldiers, but he doesn't just see the clones as expendable assets like many do. He sees them as people, and his brothers. But beyond the war record, let's talk trauma. Because no one gives Anakin the grace to acknowledge what he's been through. This is a kid who has been taken from his mother at age 9, declared too old by the order that preaches compassion but practices detachment, then thrust into a galaxy-spanning war with intense PTSD, slave for the first decade of his life, born into chains, abused, and forced to watch others suffer under the cruelty of the Hutts. And when he finally escaped, the Jedi barely addressed it. No therapy, no support, just here's your lightsaber, now get to work. That kind of emotional repression is exactly what Palpatine preyed on. Like an infection, like a disease, and the Jedi played right into it. The Council's decision not to grant rank of Master wasn't just disrespectful. It was hypocritical. They put him on the council for political reasons. But why? Because they didn't trust him. Because he was too powerful. Because he didn't fit into their mold. Mace Windu, in particular, always viewed Anakin with suspicion. He acted emotionally. He formed attachments. But here's the thing. That's why he was so effective. Clones followed him because he cared. Ahsoka stayed with him because he believed in her. Obi-Wan loved him like a brother because he was family. And let's not forget, Anakin earned that rank 100 times over. In the Revenge of the Sith novelization by Matthew Stover, we're told that Anakin was the only living Jedi to have been declared both hero with no fear and the most powerful of them all. Even Obi-Wan admits that in the book that Anakin is the best of them. Better than Yoda, better than Mace, even better than himself. But instead of nurturing that power, instead of guiding him and giving him the responsibility he clearly deserved, the Jedi Council used him. They weaponized him. They even tried to turn him into a spy on Palpatine. The one person in Anakin's life who had shown him consistent praise and validation. That kind of manipulation, especially for someone with abandonment issues and no real emotional support, was a fatal mistake. Now, was Anakin arrogant?
This is where the fun begins.
Yes. Impulsive? Of course. But name one Jedi who had gone through what he had and come out as strong as he did. He failed to realize that Anakin's humanity was what made him special. Instead of embracing that, they tried to suppress it. And in doing so, they alienated the very person who could have saved them all. Now let's not forget, on the battlefield, Anakin was already being treated like a master. He was given the authority of one, the responsibility of one, and the burden of one. The Republic didn't hesitate to send him into the deadliest missions, often with thousands of lives in his hands. He defeated Count Dooku's top generals, took down separatist super weapons, and even survived direct confrontations with Grievous and Ventress multiple opponents of Jedi Masters even struggle to handle with. So what do you think? Was the Jedi Council right to deny Anakin the rank of Master? Or was it one of the biggest mistakes in Jedi history? Let me know in the comments. I read every one. Thank you very much. Thank you for watching. And as always, may the Force be with you. Always.
Henceforth, you shall be known as Darth Vader.